Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Coming up early next week, we are going to see the final major update for Battlefield 6 for 2025. This is going to be the 1.1.3 update, aka the Winter Offensive update. And in the past 2 days, we've covered a handful of the early reveals for this update, detailing some of the content, like some of the snow and winter themed maps and different modes that we're going to be getting, some of the upcoming changes that they've detailed. Well, today we ended up getting the full-on patch notes for the 1.1.3 update a little bit early. So this update will be going live on December 9th, and it is going to include an absolute ton of game-changing updates. We are talking bug fixes, quality of life improvements across UI, HUD, controller aiming options, map-specific updates, vehicle changes, weapon updates. We've got so much to detail here. So obviously we've talked about a lot of the new content here with the new limited time map, Ice Lock Empire State, some of the new LTMs for multiplayer, and then also REDSEC. We got the ice climbing axe melee weapon as well, some portal updates, a new battle pass path with an 11 tier LTM track there as well. They do detail some major updates for the 1.1.3 patch here, improved hit registration across a bunch of situations, including quick aim adjustments, firing before a zoom completes, and close quarters fights with many players. These updates make bullet impacts more predictable and damage feedback easier to read in the moment. There's enhanced close range soldier visibility with stronger character highlights and improved prone animations to help soldiers stand out more clearly in low contrast or visually busy areas. Then also refined weapon handling for more consistent accuracy, addressing issues with the first shot behavior, recoil interaction, and attachment alignment so weapons feel more stable and predictable during firefights. There's improved reliability across several core gadgets, including the portable mortar, supply pouch, smoke cover, and traversal tools to ensure they behave consistently and provide better feedback. There is strengthened vehicle clarity and interaction, fixing issues around damage zones, HUD overlaps, seating things, camera behavior, so on and so forth. Updated breakthrough and rush layouts on multiple maps. They've also delivered a broad audio pass, including clearer footsteps, movement cues, more reliable armor break feedback, and tuning across several high priority gameplay sounds. So like I said, a ton of updates. That's just like the top-down overview. Now we can get into specifics, the areas of improvement with audio. With this update, we've made a wide range of audio improvements, including a dedicated tuning pass on footsteps to make movement clearer, easier to locate, and more readable at a different distance. We've also continued addressing performance and memory issues that could cause sounds such as footsteps or vehicle audio to completely fail to play, especially during Battle Royale. To get ahead of this, we also added more content based around audio to the game. We've adjusted the memory priorities for most sounds in the game and optimized how some larger audio assets actually load. In practical terms, this means that the important combat movements and vehicle sounds are going to play more consistently even under heavy load. These changes are a part of an ongoing effort to improve the overall stability of the soundscape. While this isn't a complete overhaul, there may still be an edge case depending on some hardware and some match conditions. It's a massive step towards more reliable and predictable sound across the game. So that's ultimately very, very good news. We then get into the changelog, the exact specifics here across a bunch of different areas of focus. As we're going through everything in this video, there's going to be a whole lot to break down. So I hope you got a snack. I hope you got some hydration. If you guys enjoy this video, do me a favor, drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, you want to make sure you're always in the know for everything going on in Battlefield, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. So with player updates here, they fixed the following issues: a clipping issue when dragging a soldier on an inclined surface when prone, a clipping issue with character soldiers when jumping, a rare issue where fall damage would not be immediately applied after being revived, a snapping and aggressive camera movement issue when performing takedowns on prone enemies, an issue allowing players to use vaulting to avoid being road killed by an enemy vehicle, an issue causing controller haptic feedback to continue indefinitely at times where your controller would just constantly shake. That would be obnoxious. An issue causing hit registration to fail when firing while making an extremely rapid aim adjustment there. An issue causing soldiers' legs to rotate incorrectly with their body when proning. An issue causing soldier movement to feel slow when walking on uneven terrain. An issue causing the character's hands to appear misaligned when vaulting through windows. An issue causing vaulting while charging a defibrillator to make the soldier's hands completely disappear. An issue that that caused getting revived after dying mid-fall to trigger fall damage the next time you jumped. An issue that caused the player to continue controlling their soldier after dying in water. An issue that caused the player to become stuck when entering water while crouching. An issue that could prevent melee damage being dealt to soldiers in water, then also soldiers seated in exposed vehicle seats. An issue that made it difficult to traverse some stairs at slow movement speeds. An issue where climbing down ladders with a grenade equipped caused misaligned animations. An issue where first-person grenade animations appeared incorrectly when spectating another player. An issue where getting hit by melee damage prevented the victim from performing melee attacks themselves. Weird one there. An issue where hands clipped into ladders in first person. An issue where interrupting a drag and revive would not cancel the revive progress. An issue where jumping in and out of vehicles could lead to later hit reg issues for soldiers on foot. An issue where landing on a vehicle prevented the player from taking any fall damage whatsoever. An issue where melee animations would not play correctly when attacking while vaulting over mid-height obstacles. An issue where melee attacking and returning to an assault ladder caused the player to attack with the ladder, appear to attack with the ladder. An issue where performing zoomed aiming while colliding with a wall during sprint would offset your aim entirely. Like I said, there's a ton of fixes here. An issue where soldier models glowed incorrectly at times. An issue where the death camera could appear beneath the map. An issue where the melee weapon briefly appeared in an incorrect pose when holding the M87A1 shotgun. Fixed first-person stair locomotion animations. Fixed third-person mounting clipping issues with the HK433. Improved third and first-person vault up and vault over mid-height animations. Improved general hit registration reliability when multiple players were within close proximity. Improved how recoil and aim input interact, resulting in more reliable accuracy when compensating for recoil. This is basically like when recoil would push or slow down your aim as you were turning. That's a big fix there. Improved melee animation when attacking while prone. Improved movement responsiveness at the start and end of drag and revive interactions. Improved soldier animation smoothness when entering and exiting prone. Improved visibility of soldiers at close range by applying brightness adjustments. Resolved an animation issue where quickly applying armor immediately after using a melee weapon could result in an unintended animation. And then lastly here for player updates, updated third-person prone animations as well. Now with vehicle updates here, they fixed an issue where heavy machine gun fire from some vehicles would not consistently register damage against soldiers, completely negating the point of them. Fixed an issue where some vehicle seats were incorrectly classified. An issue where the soldier compass could appear simultaneously with the vehicle compass. An issue with damage zones on armored vehicles that caused them to take higher than intended damage. Fixed UI behavior on the quad bike spawn, and then partially fixed an issue an issue where vehicle audio could stop functioning during live gameplay, so you might still run into situations where it doesn't actually play. With weapon updates here, fixed a bug where players could become stuck in a weapon inspect animation if you entered a vehicle at that same time. A rare visual glitch that could cause scopes to be displayed incorrectly. Fixed a visual issue with the adjustable angled grip sitting higher than intended on a weapon. An issue causing the first bullet fired during early zoom transitions to be more inaccurate than intended. Some weird bloom effects there. An issue that caused quick melee attacks to sometimes not return the player to their previous weapon. An issue where some scopes unintentionally received thermal or a depth of field blur. Annoying bug there. Glad to see that that's getting fixed. An issue where target dummies in the firing range remained downed after being shot so you couldn't keep practicing. An issue with the FMJ ammunition effects incorrectly applied to other ammo types. An issue where the underslung attachments were not always restored correctly when picking up another kit. An issue where the flashlight weapon attachment was misaligned at times. Fixed the peekaboo timing bug affecting target dummies. The minimum time between shots by 100 milliseconds on the mini scout to improve pacing and reduce rapid fire inconsistencies. They reduced recoil magnitude but increased recoil variation on the M250, the NVO228E, the RPK, the SG, and then also the SOR 300C. These weapons now perform less effectively at long range, with the SG553 receiving the most notable adjustment as far as the magnitude goes there. Still relatively easy to use though, just based on if you're tap firing versus full auto. They also reduced the cost of the L110 and M123K 200 round mags there. They tweaked haptic feedback for weapon reloads, then updated some melee behavior as well. With some gadget updates here, they fixed an issue where the assault ladders did not allow smooth traversal by increasing the ramp up angle there. They fixed an issue where gadgets that should be hidden by occlusion were still visible through geometry. An issue where lock-on indicators appeared for engineers without the lock-on capability. An issue where supply crates deployed by enemies were visible on the minimap. An issue with the throwing knife animations. An issue with the recon drones spawn facing the wrong direction. And then they also reduced the throwing knife dispersion, so headshots are more reliable. On the mortar specifically, they made some updates here. An issue where the incorrect shell type was used during the animations. An issue where firing a smoke shell did not actually shake the camera. An issue where smoke shell clouds were smaller than intended. An issue where the fire rate was lower than intended. An issue where smoke shells always regenerated via supply crates. A logistics expert in the fire support tree now slightly enhances the supply crates effect on the fire rate. And also smoke shell ammunition now starts at 0 and then regenerates every 45 seconds. Couple of supply pouch updates as well. An issue where it instantly regened health on deployment. An issue with incorrect ammo setups that caused the inconsistent resupply behavior. They removed the initial heal on the gadget deployment and now heals over time instead. And thrown pouches now prioritize players who are low on or have requested health or ammo. So that's a pretty solid update or series of updates there. Now with maps and modes, they adjusted conquest and escalation capture areas on Manhattan Bridge so they can no longer be captured from rooftop positions. Extended rooftop out of bounds areas on Empire State, Manhattan Bridge, and Saints Quarter. Fixed an issue where deaths were not tracked correctly in Strike Point specifically. An issue where players are not properly credited for a kill caused by destruction of the crane on Myrick Valley. An issue where vehicle selection in escalation became temporarily unavailable at times. They made improvements to reduce cases of players matching into games that were basically entirely over. The out of bounds timer on Manhattan Bridge is now correctly set to 10 seconds. They updated some MCOM placements on Liberation Peak and Manhattan Bridge. They also updated the spawn behavior for battle pickups now. Following feedback since launch, several breakthrough layouts have been updated to address attacker and defender win-loss imbalance and improve overall flow, vehicle balance, and capture zone clarity across multiple maps. So on Manhattan Bridge, they removed the defender vehicles in sectors 2 and 3. They added an additional attacker IFV in sector 3. They updated the capture volumes across sectors 1, 2, and 3 as well. In Myrick Valley, they removed defender vehicles in all sectors. They also adjusted the attacker vehicle counts in sectors 1, 2, and 3, and they updated the capture volumes across all sectors there. On New Sobek City, in sector 2 and 3, they added tanks. They also, though, removed the one defender tank and light transport in sector 3, and they updated the capture volumes in both of those sectors. On Firestorm, Sector 2 adjusted the defender armor. Sector 3 added 2 attacker tanks and 1 attacker IFV, but removed the defender tank and updated the capture zones here too. Liberation Peak, they removed the defender tank in Sector 3. In Sector 5, they added 2 attacker IFVs and removed the defender transport. They also updated the capture volumes there. Siege of Cairo added an additional attacker tank in Sectors 1 and 3, updated the capture areas on the B flag. Empire State Sector 1 updated the capture volume, and Sector 2 updated the capture volume as well. With progression updates, they fixed an issue where enemies spotted by the portable laser designator did not count towards spot enemies with recon gadgets. They also fixed an issue with the incendiary airburst launcher not tracking progress when dealing damage with the lingering fire cloud. I can finally, maybe, complete this challenge. I've been struggling on this one since launch because it only counts the initial impact, which just sucked. We also have a billion different UI and HUD updates included in this patch. Here, they added a loading pop-up when entering a tournament code, added a free look helicopter game hint to be a part of the pilot hints, enemies can no longer be spotted from the big map, ensured players who trigger crane destruction now have their killer ID logged in the scoreboard, ensured the cut parachute prompt appears correctly in multiplayer, fixed a minimap issue where empty vehicle icons did not transition correctly into friendly vehicles, fixed a rare issue where objective icons could disappear, an issue where a teammate's armor briefly appeared as soft armor colors, an issue where camos in the challenge section did not show their name or category, an issue where hints for re-enter and deploy were displayed in the wrong order at times on the EOD bots, an issue where kill cards did not always appear when you were killed inside of a vehicle, an issue where loading screen combat zone descriptions did not update correctly, an issue where loading screen combat zone descriptions were incorrect for Sabotage on Eastwood, an issue with just general loading screens on Sabotage on all maps, an issue where the store offers did not scroll correctly, an issue where the deployed camera could appear incorrectly rotated when spectating a soldier or a vehicle, an issue with different painted states on the laser designator not being represented correctly, an issue where the helicopter HUD would sometimes completely disappear if it was set to black in the settings, an issue where the LMR 27 and ES 5.7 attachment lists were not correct, an issue with the portable mortar icon having visual inconsistencies on the big map and the mini map, an issue where the Traverse Mark II displayed duplicate LMG text at times, an issue where the vehicle 3D preview did not update always, an issue where zooming in on the big map would sometimes result in a black screen. They fixed issues that prevented resupply station icons from appearing on the big map. They improved the Comoros behavior by correcting the request distances for need repair and need pickup. They improved cropping to better align artwork in the battle pass. They improved ping behavior on friendly soldiers, revive requests, and stationary weapons. Improved the text used to describe unlock conditions for the bonus mission clarity, reduced man down icons at times, removed the ability to cycle between classes on the deploy screen with Q and E to prevent unintended class changes. That's a big one there. I did that so many times. Snap, zoom, or aim assist has been clarified in the menu. Squad and friendly in-world name tags now blink when that player regains health or receives ammo. Stationary weapons no longer pick up provider icons when a player is requesting to be picked up. Unlocked cosmetics now appear above locked ones in the selection list. That's a big one. Updated back navigation logic so consoles can no longer back out far enough to trigger quitting the game basically entirely on accident. Updated the countermeasure hint to only display when a lock-on state makes the prompt relevant. Updated the lock-on warning behavior so that lock-on alerts take priority over other things. Updated the Saints Quarter loading screen, and updated underbarrel launchers with the correct type icons. I'm out of breath now, and we're still not done. Couple of settings updates here. A bug where changing the command console option would not apply until the game was restarted has been fixed. They fixed an issue where navigating back from the options menu could sometimes behave incorrectly. An issue with the edit controller schemes menu title. An issue where vehicle aim sensitivity displayed an incorrect value. An issue with options and the sliders with the stepping functionality being broken. Improved the dynamic response curve option. Ooh, that's a big one there. The range for infantry and vehicle mouse sensitivities are now doubled as well. In single player, they fixed an out of bounds timer issue on the man down state in single player. Couple of audio updates, and when I say a couple, I mean quite a few here. There's actually footstep specific audio updates too. So with audio, added new vehicle specific hostile type identifiers for better callouts, added safeguards so background environmental soldier audio no longer triggers during moments with no combat, adjusted the balance of the boot flow logo music, fixed an audio issue that occurred when crawling while ADSing, an issue that caused health replenishing audio to play over and over, an issue where background environmental soldier audio was not affected by the voiceover volume slider, an issue where end of round music would sometimes not play, an issue where players could experience a stuck low health audio cue, an issue where round start music could play before the round actually started, an issue where supply crate sound effects would not trigger on down soldiers, an issue where the advance to next sector audio cue played out of bounds instead, an issue where the incorrect nearby friendly voiceover line would play when a mortar shell landed next to you, an issue where the proper sound effect did not play on diving, an issue with the MK2 railgun charge loop sound effects not playing correctly, an issue where vehicle prop fuse fire effects were missing, fixed missing audio and performing inspect animations. They optimized memory handling and improved prioritization for most in-game sounds, reducing cases where important audio such as vehicles or footsteps failed to play. That's definitely the biggest note there. Partially fixed an issue where vehicle audio could stop functioning as mentioned earlier. And then the footstep specific audio. Here they balanced enemy specific layers for clearer cloth and gear cues, further reduced or removed the momentary dampening of enemy movement audio triggered by damage, low health, game noties, or occlusion effects, improved distance-based acoustics, that's big, improved distant world reflections, improved enemy movement audio at a distance for greater readability, improved overall enemy movement volume, reduced how heavily sneaking stances like crouch walking or crawling lowered enemy audio, reduced the spec op trait and how much that lowers footstep audio when sneaking, reduced scuff and scrape audio for movement against walls and the ground, reduced self and friendly footstep volume in war tapes, Val, and then also REDSEC, refactored footstep triggers to be more reliable, removed limitations on the maximum number of close range enemy audio sources, that's another important one, and then small balancing tweaks to footsteps on different materials for different outliers there. Portal got some specific updates here with AI squad mates in Portal not always displaying the correct class identifiers. They fixed some mod issues here with certain file types, fixed an issue where this mod has always played the voiceover for the alpha flag, and then certain assets were updated as well. AI and bot updates, these can now respond to ammo, healing, and pickup requests. Fixed an issue that caused bot repairing friendly vehicles to be less responsive than intended. Cases where AI attempted to take cover in ways that left them static or unresponsive have been fixed. They fixed instances where soldiers could take too long to find a path to the objective, improved responsiveness when performing revives, where they just sit there and they don't actually revive you, then also improved AI revive logic and movements in general. And then we've got some REDSEC specific updates as well. So with player updates just for REDSEC, an issue where second chance respawn could place players over 1,000 meters in the air, an issue where incorrect mouse sense was applied to the third person camera insertion, an issue where players could be kicked for an activity while spectating. So many comments about that one. Glad to see that that's being updated. an issue where players could not claim a second custom weapon drop, an issue where takedown prompts did not appear consistently, an issue where the wrong animation would play when switching from a call-in grenade to a different weapon, an issue where weapon swap animations broke after switching away from the resupply drop call-in, and then also triggering a redeploy tower or beacon now disables or destroys any other active tower for that same team, so you can't cheese that. In Gauntlet, they fixed an issue where mission objectives will not drop if the carrier disconnected. In Vehicles, they fixed an issue where tanks and ambulances could clip through each other, and also an issue where vehicle containers could occasionally be empty, so you'd open it and there would be just nothing in there whatsoever. With weapons, they adjusted damage on the railgun against fully armored soldiers. With gadgets, they fixed an issue with incorrect textures on the recon drone, then also the altitude unintentionally decreasing as the match went on. With call-ins, they fixed an issue where smoke cover cannot be activated during the late stages of a match, and the UAV now fully explodes on impact when shot down. With the map, they fixed the Razor keybind lighting event not triggering when interacting with antennas. In Battle Royale, they improved loot box placement across the map. In Gauntlet, they fixed an issue where MCOMs and wreckage could not be reactivated after being destroyed. With UI and HUD, they fixed an issue where the armor bar of your teammates were showing even if they were at full capacity. In Battle Royale, HUD specific updates added clearer distinction between player and squad member inventory requests, added upgraded notifications to the loot feed when a weapon is improved, fixed an issue where ping icons of lootable vehicles would disappear from the mini-map if you got more than 25 meters away from them, an issue with the tank hunter mission UI, then updated the artwork for the mission rewards as well. In Gauntlet, they added correct interaction prompts for counter mission teams when defusing explosives in wreckage, fixed an issue where the scoreboard was sorted by deaths instead of score, an issue where the loadout screen overlay could appear incorrect, then also fixed team ownership colors for MCOMs and wreckage missions. And then in audio, fixed an issue where subtitles do not appear, fixed missing UI audio, and increased the volume of armor break audio as well. So many updates. I'm gonna need a lot of water and probably some honey after this, because that was a whole lot of talking. But that is everything that's changing in the final major update for 2025, the 1.1.3 patch. If you guys enjoyed the video, you found the information helpful, do me a favor, drop a like on it. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.